Okay, so I want to talk about masculinity and femininity. I've noticed in certain spaces, I say it a lot. When I say certain spaces, black spaces, a lot of, I don't know if it's a lot, but quite a few men say black women are masculine. And they're masculine in the sense that they're quick to be aggressive. The smallest things get them angry. They want to fight. They want to just overly emotional. And I'm like, is that a good, is that how, is that masculinity? Or is it just like hyper emotional? I think a lot of women of all races, if you want to say more black women, that's up to you, whatever, can be hyper emotional to the point they're aggressive and the smallest things get them upset. So they want to fight and like, no, no, no. Are you saying that's what masculinity is? Masculinity is easily triggered, very emotional, no logic, want to fight, want to argue for no reason at all. Is that what masculinity is? And I don't think that's what it is, because when I see men of all races, I think when we see masculinity, it's not emotional and hyper emotional. It's very like, this is what we need to do, and we're going to do it. We're going to get to C by doing A and B. So I don't know. I don't know why I get men in certain spaces want to masculinize their women by saying they're aggressive, but I don't know if that's masculinity, guys. I really think it's just hyper emotional. Which, what's femininity? I'm girly, I'm soft, I'm meek. Masculinity, I'm angry all the time and I'm gonna fight you if you say anything I don't like. Those things are just emotions. I think people are missing up, like they're just mixing up like masculinity and femininity. Like, just because you're soft spoken doesn't mean you're feminine. Just because you're angry doesn't mean you're masculine. I think it's more than that. And in certain spaces, I don't think they really know what masculinity is, because you're basically telling the world, oh, our women are masculine. You see how emotional they are, how angry they get for the smallest things? That's how we are as men. That's how we act. For the smallest things, we get so emotional. We like to argue. Is that what you're trying to say? I mean, masculinity, it's not an easy thing. I think femininity is a lot easier, to tell you the truth, because listen, I have the opportunity to be whatever I want to be and still be seen as feminine in most spaces. I'm a woman. I get it. It's easier for me. Like, I could like comic books. I like bling bling. I like shiny things. My car. If you saw my car, oh my gosh. Like, people say, oh my gosh, Ange, that's you. Such a girl. You see my comic book collection. You see my little figurines. You see my vixen. Yeah, yeah. They'd be like, oh, Ange, that's you. I could do comic books. I could be girly. I could do all these things and still. Oh, don't drop, girl. Let me put you over here. I could still be seen as feminine. It's harder for men when it comes to masculinity, because you guys, it's more structured. It's really, I don't think it's about being over emotional and aggressive. Like, you're trying to tell women who are emotional and want to fight all the time that they're masculine. I don't, in my opinion, I don't think that's what masculinity is. Masculinity is a lot harder than femininity. Like, I don't have to be wearing dresses every day and to be seen as feminine. I really don't. for most men in the real world. I'm not talking about YouTube spaces. Oh, no, I got to be a certain way. But in the real world, no one has ever questioned my femininity. Ever. But when it comes to masculinity, it's a lot harder for men. I get that. And I don't think you guys should say because a woman is overly aggressive, overly emotional, that means she's masculine. You're saying that's how you are. You're also overly emotional. I don't know. It's harder for men. And I can't speak on men and masculinity, but I could just speak about how I perceive it. And I like when I see a woman who's overly emotional and want to fight, I don't see her as masculine. I see her as like, oh, this bitch, she's overly emotional right now. She need to calm down. We women can be emotional, right? Yeah. And, certain black women, yeah. And other races of women can be overly emotional. Calm down. I don't see that as masculine. But I don't know. I need you guys to tell me how you see masculinity. Masculinity is not an easy topic. It's not. And it's not easy for men, and I understand that it's not. I wish it was easier for men. Like you could like bling bling too and comic books too and still be seen as masculine, but it's not as easy for you guys. Me, I could do whatever and still be feminine in the real world. I know online I'm a dude. I'm a dude. Because I'm not girly enough, I'm not skinny enough, I'm not light enough. I get it. On the interwebs, I'm not feminine. But in the real world, I have never been questioned. But I know in the real world, a lot of men have been questioned about their masculinity. But yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this, but outside the car. I feel like a lot of black men need to stop calling black women masculine. The certain black women who are overly emotional, overly aggressive, they're basically saying that's how you should act. That's how black men should act, to be masculine. And I don't think that should be the case. You guys should not act like that. Those type of women are they're just hyper emotional, and you shouldn't claim that as masculinity, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying, but I hope you do. But I get it. It's hard to be masculine. Or what is true masculinity? Provide, protect, logical. Shouldn't be emotional, in my opinion. But some people feel like being masculine is being hyper emotional and getting triggered for the smallest things. I don't agree with that, but hey, I might be wrong. I don't know. I'm just a girl. You call yourself a girl and you're a freaking grown-ass woman who's like almost half a century still calling yourself a girl. That's crazy. But whatever. Do you call yourself a boy, men? Do you call yourselves boys? The way I call myself a girl just now? Whole other topic, but all right. Have a good night, guys.